Start. Okay. So, welcome everyone. This is Master Marketing Challenge 2021 edition. This is the first video of the whole series or the range that we would do. Some small things that I wanted to tell from my end is now I have completely just took a basic break from my agency, and I want to test out my team that how they're going to perform without me getting into a single process. So now the whole company, like the whole before branding, is managed by my teams, and I'm not doing anything in the business. Similarly, Fiverr, as we told you that Fiverr has become one of our primary channels to make revenue, is also now being managed by a whole set of team members. A special shout out to some of my team members: Harsh, Mark, Angeline, and Coulter. So these are the four team members who have done a great work in the last few months. So these are the team members with whom we are working, and Rajan, obviously. So now we'll directly jump on to the goals and how we are working and my things as well. So 2021 plan for Master Marketing Challenge. I know that this course initial name was 60-day Master Marketing Challenge, and now we are using just Master Marketing Challenge because of the very reason that people were getting confused. That is that a 60-day challenge, or is it is what? So in order to just make the things in a very easy to understand manner, we have changed the name to Master Marketing Challenge so that everyone can understand what this challenge is all about. Okay. This year we are introducing something like understand the difference between courses and challenges. So this is actually a course. Okay. This is actually a course, but every single month we are also doing challenges. So course is basically whatever we have inside master marketing, whatever videos we do, that is a course. But we would do challenges every single month. Challenges are simple. I would come live, I would take a thing like, let's say if it's scaling of a Fiverr account, I'll take a account which is very new, very fresh, it's at $0, and within next 50 days I'll scale that account. That's what is a 15 days challenge. If I start with drop shipping, in next 15 days I would scale that drop shipping store. If I start with, let's say, e-commerce, I'll pick a product, I'll do everything and scale that up. So that's how the challenges would be. So, and course, whatever we do as a challenge, we would keep the recording of it in the separate members only section, and you can access it. And you can access it whenever and like whenever you like, and whenever you think that this is how I can access the things. Okay. So are you clear with it? What is a course and what is a challenge? Are you clear with the difference? Courses would be whatever we have taught or whatever we have learned or my team members have trained you inside the course. That would become a course. Challenges is what something we would do on live basis every single month. Every single month. Every single month. That's what I'm saying. Every single month we'll be doing the challenges. Next is, all the challenges will be happening in the first 15 days of the month. So keep it reserved as much as possible. Most of the challenges would happen from 1st to 15th, or maybe 5 to 15th. That's when we would do the majority of the challenges. So if you're planning some vacations or anything like that, just have a confirmation with the team. uh, there would be someone from my team who would be handling now Master Marketing Challenge completely. All your queries, all your things would be handled by us. So in the next 15 days, every month, on the first 15 days, in the first 15 days, we'll be handling all your queries and we'll be doing the challenges basically. So the next 15 days, you can implement whatever you would be learning. Okay. In the chats, can you please confirm that is my voice and video are clear? Can you please confirm, everyone? Yes. Awesome. Clear. Clear. So are you clear with that one major difference of what is a course and what is a challenge? Just write it down. Just clear. Just write it down. Clear. If you're cleared with the difference between a course and a challenge. Okay. So mostly everyone is clear with the difference of course and a challenge. Okay, so now fill up the onboarding form as soon as possible. All the onboarding forms, the onboarding form is dropped inside the Skype community. And depending upon your goals, depending upon the journey that we have, okay, that we have thought that is good for you, we'll plan out the session. And remember, guys, every single person who has filled up that form can send me a message on Skype, and I am personally reviewing every single form. You can confirm this with Aman and Omkar Kohli. They have sent me a message and I have confirmed with them that what they need to do, and I have went through the form. So don't worry, we don't have 1,000 different people in the course. That's not how I am planning. I would be working the most this course would have is 500 people till this year end, not more than that, not more than 500, because I am not a course creator and I don't want to be a course creator. I want to be someone who's doing his business and talking about what he's doing and just teaching that and sharing that. Okay, I am not here to sell courses in bulk and make money from it. That's why you would see my ads are not always running like other people in the industry. So because I need to focus a lot on my core business, which is my agency, Fiverr, and my affiliate challenges. Also, good news, guys, all of you would get access to a new software, which is SendMation. I'll be paying your cost, whatever your account is costing for. I'll be paying it from my own end. You guys would be getting a free access to SendMation. The access I would be planning out would be around a 60 to a 90 days access. That's what we would be giving to you. What does the software do? The software is a all-in-one software. If you want to automate email, SMS, and pop-up notification for Shopify stores, you can either give it and or become our affiliates. We are happy to get you onboarded as our affiliate. Send me a message if you want to become an affiliate for SendMation. We can give you we would give you a free trial to SendMation. It's for ecom only, right? But it's for ecom right now. It's available only on Shopify, but till the year end, me and my team members and other people are planning to make it available on for multiple different platforms. But as of this point, it is only for Shopify at this point of time. Okay, it's a SMS, email, SMS, pop-up notification. All the three are included. And basically, if you want to populate custom audiences and all those things for Facebook automatically, like Klaviyo does, you can do it. Okay, you might be seeing that soon. Okay, if you want to be an affiliate, reach out to me. I'll hook you up with my teammate Geetansh and he'll get you onboarded. Don't worry of the affiliate part. All the people in 60-day master marketing, all the people in 60-day master marketing challenge will get the affiliate access to the software. You can do your best, you can promote it and do whatever you think want. Second big update is we are also opening an affiliate partnership, affiliate thing for 60-day master marketing challenge. If you refer someone for 60-day master marketing challenge in your group, in your community, in somewhere else, and they buy from you, send me the message, send me a thing, and you'll get like directly. Okay, I'm not saying any hooks attached. If we verify that that person is coming from your end and he's not part of any of our funnel, we'll directly give you 20% flat, like 20% commission, and you can take that money. You can take that money, do whatever you want, because you know about the quality of this program. So if you think that this person is the right person, that person is the right person that needs to be a part of this community of this course, refer to him. Make sure you get his payment, get him onboarded, send us the email. We would verify it and you'll get the money the way you want. Okay, we are not creating an affiliate system for this. It's just like we want to help you out. Okay, any questions on these two things, on these three things: the onboarding form, the affiliate for SendMation, and the affiliate for master marketing challenge? Any questions on that? Any questions on any of these three things? Okay, great. Yeah, no, looks good. Okay, so any for the SendMation, we have a complete affiliate tracking system. If you want, we would share with you. I'll hook you up with my team member Geetansh and he'll do that for you. But for 60-day master marketing challenge or master marketing challenge, as you can say, you can hook someone in the course, in the community, you can give a reference and you'll get 20% flat commission. The only condition is that person should not be a part of our funnels. If we have his email ID or he has already bought some products from us, okay, then also what we are giving you is, if he has brought some product from us and we have not done any sales call or anything like that, we'll also give you 20% commission. Thanks for like going through this. Next is join the community. Please be active. The community is Skype all the time till the point we grow to 500 subscribers or 500 people enrolled in master marketing challenge. We'll be just having Skype. After that, what we need to do, we'll just think of it. But till then, Skype is the primary place to be active. some important growth elements that I have thought of doing after reading through your goals. Understand some golden elements of growth in any business you are. This is something that I have learned in the year 2020. And basically, if you know me, I took a break every month from like 28th of December to 2nd of December. I don't do any parties or anything like that. That's when I self reflect upon the things and like plan out that what's important and what's not, and what I have learned throughout this. So these are the 9 learnings that I did in the year 20. Uh, think of Discord instead of Skype. It's more convenient, bro. The reason I'm talking about Skype is because personally, as a person, I'm 24 hours active on Skype. I would not say 24 hours, but whatever time I'm active on Skype or Slack. Okay, so these are the two places you'll always find me active. The reason I'm not doing WhatsApp is there are tripwire product for which I have WhatsApp, and I don't want to give all my time on WhatsApp because family, friends, a lot of things happen on WhatsApp. So I don't need to be. In terms of business, I'm always active on Skype. If you send me a message, there's 100% probability that you'll get a reply from me in 1 hour because I'm that much active on Skype. Next is I'm active on Slack, but I cannot add all of you on Slack because in Slack I have my company things. Okay, my company stuff are going on, so cannot add you there. Next thing, golden elements that I've learned: pipeline of clients should always be filled. Nothing more important than this. That's the reason it is at the topmost end. The majority of the stuff that you would do, you should see that am I getting a client for it. Even though you are writing a blog, even though you're writing a message, the whole goal is this activity would bring a client to me or not. Okay, in 2020 what we did wrong was we focused on a lot of things that were not required and that were not specific to our goals of getting client. Like for example, I did a mistake in the month of June where I created a course for the people who are in SaaS industry. I wasted one complete month. I wasted my one complete month on designing that course. It was not required for me that much because that month's goal, because of doing that, I lost a lot of client attention and I lost a lot of pipeline work, which was closing people and going through the things. So mistakes, that was my mistake. And what I learned from the year is don't focus a lot on other factors. Okay. Basically, that make money or that takes your time, but the one single most important factor is pipeline of client. You should always be willing to be that person. Focus and focus only on getting clients in your business. Second is outreach is the most important thing in any business. Even if you're doing Fiverr, even if you're doing Upwork, even if you're doing agency, even if you're doing affiliate marketing, outreach is the single most important factor. Just to give you example, guys, last month we had around 60 members to do the outreach. This single month, like till January, in the I would say till 2020, we just had 60 members who were doing outreaches. This single month, in the on let's say 5th of January, we are focusing at 30 team members, like increasing the team member size to 30 team members who would do outreach on day-to-day basis. And that outreaches would be focused to BFB SaaS, BFB Beauty, and now we are also going into a new niche. We'll keep you updated with the new niche. So that's the one of the niche we are working on. We are not sure with it. We don't know how the thing's gonna perform, how the thing's gonna work. So we are not making it public. Once we get some success, we'll make sure. Are you closing end of the funnel by getting on calls Calendly after outreach? Yeah. So I am not doing the sales part. I am not the sales guy. Okay. I don't do sales. The sales is done by a team which is initially was based in United States and now it's based in Philippines. So as you guys know, we had 3 people to do sales till last year, and now we are increasing that 3 team members sales team, which was in US and UK. So 1 team member was from UK and 2 from US. That 3 team members team, now we are focusing on increasing that to 6 team members, and these 3 team members is would be teaching to that 3 team members, the new team members. Also make sure that I have put some websites, which is onlinejobs.ph, and another one was freeup.net. The another website was upwork.com. So these are the three websites where you can hire trained and qualified freelancer. These are the three websites from where we are hiring the hand-witted freelancers, and most of the freelancers that we are getting them are we are hiring them on a full-time basis in our company. One big thing that we did in the year 2020 was we hired some people who were non-performing ones. Now you would be thinking that David, this is bad. Why have you removed some people? Because you need to make sure that the people that you work with are aligned with the goals that you have. That's the key most important factor. uh, the best Some people have asked what kind of outreach you do. The single and the most important factor, the way we get our client, is via ads. That's the single most important factor. Facebook ads. Till the year 2020, in the year 2021, we have hired a guy who would be doing a media buying for us. Devrat, mention again the website's name. Manoj Kumar, the website names are already dropped into the Slack Skype group. The website is onlinejobs.th and freeup.net and upwork.com. These are the three websites that we are using right now. Okay. The single most important thing by which we are getting client is one, ads, Facebook ads. We have hired a team member to do now YouTube ads as well. Next is the next way we are getting a lot of people is group outreach method. Maybe you guys are aware of it. If not, go inside the course, go inside agency scaling challenges, go inside groups factor, and that's like how we, that's we have like that's the way we are getting the client. Now we are also creating our own community where we are adding all the people. Like we are creating one community of our own. It's like a Facebook group, and that Facebook group would all have the target audience we want to reach out to. Okay. Next one is build a team and a culture. A lot of you have built out your teams. Maybe you would have team members working for you. Okay. But do you think is building a team only important factor? This is the mistake that I did. Okay. You can build a team, and what is a team actually? You would say building a team is simple. I pay you every single month and you do this work for me. Okay. This is what a team is all about. Or like let's pause in for a second. Let's pause in for a second and tell me your definition of your team. So one thing that I've learned, I've got your answers, and one thing that I've learned in the year of 2020 is uh, a lot of people, and simply it was my own belief as well, that if I pay to someone, I expect him to do the work, and that's all about a team. But this is not how we can be scaled, or we would be able to scale, because this was my wrong opinion, and that's the wrong thing we have done. So what we did was, I have tried to create a culture inside my team as well. uh, we have completely eliminated our transactional part. So which means we don't focus a lot on money aspect, that how much are we paying to you. What we focus is, one, how much value we can give you. Second is how much we can help you to learn. And we are creating specific head teams inside a team. In order to give you an example, I'll show you my Slack account. This is what a head team and like so every team member that we have is now an entrepreneur in itself. Okay. He is an entrepreneur in itself. So which means that every team member that we have in our team is now heading another team like a manager, but that's his own company. I'll give you an example for it. Now I'm doing a webinar. You can see that my Slack is constantly active. Okay. Maybe if you can see my whole screen, but if you see here, I'll just try to break out here. If you see here, there's a channel named as Sales Rajan. Now Rajan is my team member, and he's heading a channel which is of his name, Sales Rajan. There's a prospecting team, there's a Fiverr team, Harsh. So which means Harsh is heading one team inside this whole company. Okay. This is my second. I have two company accounts on Slack. This is second account, and I have one more account. So which means that you should create entrepreneurs inside your own company. Okay. So this is what we did. We give people some goals, like every person that I was working from a long time, and other people. Okay. This is not just about Harsha. This is not about Rajan. This is not just about Mark. This is not just about Coulter, all these people. is every person now is heading another team, and he is the owner of that business. Now he is taking that complete responsibility to grow, and then every team is competing with other team to generate more revenue. So like prospecting team of India is competing with prospecting team of Philippines to see who brings better revenue. Also, you have to incentivize your team, right? Not right now, but in terms of every single month, you need to give them some type of motivation. Like, for example, whatever revenue we make on Fiverr, we give the head of teams, whoever is heading that Fiverr team. So there are 3 team heads on Fiverr to grow our business. So every head of team gets 20% of the net revenue we make. So which means if I have made $100, they'll get a net revenue, which is $20 from Fiverr. Okay. Plus all the tips that we get from Fiverr, or let's say all the tips that our clients give when we work with them. For example, the last month, one of my client sent me a Amazon gift voucher, and that gift voucher was, I think, so close to $1,000. So that's what he gave me because we were working with him from last 1 year. I gave that gift voucher to Amir. Amir is one of my media buyer who's in right now. Right now, he's in Bangladesh. He's originally from Pakistan. So I gave him this $1,000 gift voucher, and he got a new MacBook for him. So this is how you need to make your team always be happy. Make sure that they are following a culture. That is how you can build a long lasting team. Any goal you have cannot be fulfilled without a team. Team and your people are the single most important factor. Create SOPs for everything and anything. Whatever you need to do is for which you need to create an SOP. Even if you need to, what is a SOP? Standard operating process. How to do X thing in 3 steps or 4 steps, or in like how to do X thing in Y ways. That's what is all about steps. So which means we have created steps to onboard a client, we have created steps to offboard a client, we have created steps to uh, do media buying evaluation, we have created steps to do sales call, like sales call things. Okay, so this is how you create a team, this is how you create a team, or this is how you create SOPs as well. So when you have a SOP, if some or other team members of yours leave that team or leave your company, you don't have to sit and cry, because now you have the SOP. You can just make a copy paste of it and give it to the person. How to do SOPs, you will be learning it, and you will be getting my SOPs only. Okay, so don't worry of that. Delegation is super important. Even if you know that you can do this task, don't do it. Hire team members to do it, hire people to do it, hire uh, like some guys, freelancers to do it. Giving you a small example, there was one time when I was setting up something on G Suite, and I just felt that this thing what I'm doing, okay, it was like creating some emails that were just being used for outreach, and I need to verify all the emails, basically the domain verification I needed to verify. I figured it out for 8 to 10 minutes, and I thought, why am I doing it? Because according to my experience, I would have particularly wasted around 3 hours on that. Okay. So what I did, I went to Fiverr, I checked that anyone can do that work. I saw a person, I gave him, I think so, $15. He did that work for me in next 1 hour. Okay. So learning the art of delegation is super important. What's important and what's not. Okay. What's important and what's not should be your key focus. And that's how you delegate. For me, like as an example, if I want to give, my majority of my time, okay, my majority of my time is being spent, or I put my majority of my time in just creating those processes. Okay. Just for example, what I'll show you is, I'll actually show you my uh wait, I'll actually show you my task for today. Just let me share my screen, because whatever I show, I practice it. You can see this, my task for today, because I use ThoughtPad to write every day's task. The first task is SOP for the prospecting team, the team who's doing prospecting. The specific set of SOP that I need to do. Okay, SOP and task list. Next is personal reach out to coaches, because I need to, my goal is to add more coaches just to train you guys. So I'll be reaching out to a lot of coach people who are doing coaching on a full-time basis. There are mindset coaches, there are desire fulfillment and all those NLP coaches and all those things. You'll get the knowledge from those coaches inside this community. So reaching out to those coaches. Content plan for January month, that because content planning cannot be outsourced. Exotel and text local setup work because we want to add more value to our clients and to our people. So I'll be doing this to software setup. So this is my goals. But if you see, the majority of the things are focused to SOPs, reach outs, all these things. That's how you should do, and that's how you should plan for the things. Okay, clear with this? Next is trust is need of an hour. If you think about that, hiring this person or giving this access to this person would ruin my company, would ruin my brand. No, this is not how it works. You need to learn and trust people. Okay, be focused with niches and services. Okay, be really focused with what niche you're working and what services you're giving. If you're jumping in 10 different niches, 10 different services, 10 different platforms, 10 different ways, nothing gonna happen. My single most important mistake that I did in the year 2019 was I was jumping constantly. I would say in the year 2018. That's to be more specific. In the year of 2018, I was jumping. I was jumping from doing marketing for real estate to marketing local businesses to marketing this to that, giving WordPress, website development, all the things. Don't do anything. One service, one niche. All you need is to get success. Be focused with niche and services. No shiny object syndrome. How many of you have did a research about Bitcoin's future? Right now, that's the need of an hour. How many of you have joined Clubhouse? Because everyone is talking about. Okay, everyone is talking about Clubhouse. Everyone is talking about uh, Bitcoins. The single most important factor for a business owner is just to be away with shiny object syndrome. I know that Bitcoin would touch very big heights, or maybe it could fall, but is that something I need to focus upon? If I need to buy one Bitcoin as well, I need to pay now $22,000. That's what I need to pay. Can I invest that $22,000 in my own bank? Can I put it into my own business, hire some people? Okay, so this meeting will end in 10 minutes. Upgrade now to remove 40 limit. Are yaar. Okay, so some issues happened. This is saying that we need to join again. Will it ask for my keyword? Okay, so guys, I think so this is somehow a free meeting I have planned. We can join in again, and till that moment I'll upgrade my account. I'll put in my credit card details to update, but let's just continue at this point. Okay, so be focused with niches and services. No shiny object syndrome. Avoid as much as possible. And the point number 9 is I'm always there for you. I'm always there for you. Okay, if this meeting ends, guys, because I need to put my credit card details in order to upgrade this account, please do something with your Zoom. Has been an issue for some time because I cannot do anything off my Zoom, bro. Okay, so let's do that. Next is I'm always there for you. Some more points. Mistakes to avoid. Have two accounts always. This is not taught to me by some mentors, but this is actually taught to me by my dad. Okay, who has actually no experience in business. He has zero experience in terms of business, but he has experience in terms of life, and that he told me. And basically, this is one thing that I'm following completely. Always have two accounts. One should be your company account and one should be account for your expenses. And you always, no matter at what point of business you are, you should always take salaries from it. Okay, what happens is when we get a lot of money, we spend a lot of money, and when we spend a lot of money, we don't have enough money to reinvest in our business. Okay, this is what I have learned. Like current account and savings account, yeah, something like that. Current and saving. I'm not saying it's very important to start a current account right today itself, but for example, I have two accounts. One is a state bank account and one is a ICICI bank account. My ICICI bank account still has like 1400, 1500, or 2000 rupees, but my state bank account, like, which is the main company account. Okay, and we have two different company accounts. So let's say that one state bank account, on which, like, if you are a director of a company, you get one card issued by the for the company director. So that has a lot of balance. Okay, like that is enough for me to buy a car right now, a very good high end car. But is that the money that I should focus upon? No, my money is that 1400, 1500 rupees that's there in my ICICI bank. Okay, that's how you need to plan the things, because every money that you make in your business, and if you reinvest, you have higher chances of growth. Don't forget to invest in software, because they automate processes and saves time. That's the two important thing. Invest in software because they automate your processes and they save your time. Okay, some good websites to buy softwares are appsumo.com, pitchground.com. This is the two important sites. 3 is SaaS Mantra. 4 is LTD Mango. Okay, AppSumo, PitchGround, LTD Mango. Okay, and fourth is SaaS Mantra. These are the 4 sites from where you can buy some good LTD softwares. Avoid those JVZoo softwares because they are not in the business, like they won't last long. Even though I am from that industry, avoid timing softwares. What is a timing software, bro? Mostly these platforms have sales, and which is the one of the best way that I can tell you is safe to timing software. So basically the softwares to basically track the time of freelancers, every software platform, like every freelance platform has given it. For example, if you're using Fiverr, there's something called as Fiverr Business, and in Fiverr Business you can track the time of your freelancer. Next is if you are doing an Upwork on a monthly basis or your timely basis, you can track those things up. So time softwares are already available in the market. Shiny is if I'm getting clients related to website SEO. I too own blogging. I'm doing WordPress website and how to focus on one niche. One niche is where you get a lot of money. And for me, I would say because of the skills that you have, just focus on WordPress website design, Manoj Kumar. Focus on WordPress website design, because a lot of people till this date don't have a good website. And I can say I am a victim of it too, because before branding does not have a website at all, because we use all a lot of processes and funnels, and all the majority of those funnels are on funnel platform, like either they are on WordPress, or either they are on .com.pal, or either some this other software that we use to design websites. I just forgot its name. Okay, so there are 3 softwares that we use. Always have a monthly revenue goal and achieve it. If you cannot achieve those goals, don't even make those goals. That's the single most important thing. If you can achieve it, then only make those goals, or at least be try to be closer of this goal. Okay, if my job is to close client worth of $3,000 for my agency, it's not a matter, I would not cry if I even achieve 2,500. But if I achieve less than $2,000, it's something that I am doing wrong. So set goals in a right manner. You'll learn how I set up my goals in the year 2021. Ask a query in the group first, basically in the Skype group. Ask the query there first, wait for 24 hours. If I won't reply to your queries, ask me personally. Okay, if you don't get a reply in the group, message me personally. If it's super important, if it's super personal, if it's a general question like my business manager got shut, what to do? This is a general question. Okay, my client is not paying to me at all, that's a general question. Okay, something like I am facing financial issues with my family and I don't know how to plan out the things. This is a personal question. Have a clear idea of this difference. Next is best way to get support from me, Skype only. Add me, Devraj Singh 312. A lot of you are connected with me on Skype. Okay, my teammates will be starting to share their experiences and knowledge as well after those 15 days challenge. Okay, so every month, if you need something to do, like how to do prospecting, how to do sales, how to manage work on Fiverr, how to do delivery on Fiverr, how to create websites, how to do e-commerce, how to handle customer support, how to do launches, like not launches, I would say how to create a support team for a software launch. If you have any queries like this, my sales team member would my whole team is now right now slowly would be coming inside the groups, and they would be doing webinars on these topics as well to help you out in the journey. Okay, next is I will be getting 2-3 coaches in this program as well to scale up the business and the bars, which means Now you'll be not a part of this course just for learning internet marketing or things like that. You'll be getting a lot of support from other different course creators, from different coaches who have like made their name in the industry. For example, coaches who are doing financial training, coaches who are doing like stocks and things like that. Okay, so this meeting I think so is about to end. On the other page it's asking for my card details, which I don't have right now. Okay, so what if this meeting somehow just ends up, don't worry, just join. I'll give you another link, just join that link again please. This would happen for the first and the last time. I don't know like which account even I have used for Zoom. Okay. Next is two small things that we need from you is on a consistent basis. One is share your results and your success in community. You close one client also, or you just had a call with a client, you just has a message with a client. Share it in the Skype community. It motivates you, it motivates other, and it motivates everyone. And I would be proud that you guys are doing some good work. If you feel that any session has added a value in your life and business, message me the feedback or put it in the community. Okay. As I'm trying my best to give all I can, please just give a feedback and your opinions on the same. Okay. I'm not asking like to give your property on my name. Just give your feedback. If you like it, let me know. If you did not like it, let me know that as well. But more than the feedback, what I need is your results, your happiness, your growth. One call schedule, one message done, one sales call done. You close your first client. Let me know in the community. Let me know in the group. Okay. And I think so we were on the last slide only. New year, new hope, new growth. That is what we would be focusing. You guys can ask me all your personal questions. Okay. Just now itself. But I think so this meeting we're gonna close up, and that's okay. We have discussed everything. Now what we'll do is we'll start the personal question answer session. I think this should end now. The 1 minute, the 40 minutes is over. But if it has not happened, let's continue the things. So I have talked about everything that probably I got an order in Fiverr. Anas, whatever you do, just share a screenshot in the Skype community. We'll be more than happy. Okay. And also what I am doing.